Glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jessup Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with Coach Steve Sarkisian before the game. He said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much. Not only the college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this. This is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Longhorns will kick off first, and here we go. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff cover. He'll be stopped at the 17. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Straight ahead, it's Richard. Makes the tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's changing the play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He unleashes a long one. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped interception. Got room on the return. The 20. The 10.
Well, the defense came into this game, guys, knowing that they were going to be tested with the offense throwing it vertically down the field. And you saw it right there on the opening drive. They were ready for it. Great job locating the ball and getting the INT.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. Run in the red zone. It Smothers. Swamped immediately.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Driven back.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Brown. Touchdown, Longhorn! Great job by the back on the option. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Hoosiers will hustle to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Making the adjustment on the play. Sets his feet. It's Hoover. Got his man in the middle. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
He'll try to do it himself. Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, sprint.
Caught, and he's got room. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And the Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Finds his big tight end. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And this offense trusted their quarterback. 3rd down and short, they give him the football, tell him to go make a play. Nothing open. What does he do? We're in field goal range. We're in a good spot here. Throws the football away, makes the right decision.
4th and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Sets his feet. It's Hoover. Into the end zone. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Here comes the Texas offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. That's a way to get some breathing room. He's got 5 out to the 9-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Now here's Manning. Got the back over the middle. He's got enough for the 1st down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Arts to throw. And he gets rid of it.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the 1st option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Brown. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. At the 45 on his way. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Hoosiers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the ground. He's got it again. He's past the sticks. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Fires quickly. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the line.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Fourth down, Manning. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Rush is on, and they got it.
Well, that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
To throw, it's Hoover. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back.
And that's the problem when you're living in second and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Hand off for Brown. Breaks into the open. At the 20. Touchdown, Texas. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. to attempt the try. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on 4th down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Snapped on 4th down. Trying to get behind the defense. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
On the return, it's Wingo. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Out wide right, it's Brown. Makes a grab and room to run. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. They'll take the penalty and move them back. so frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Manning. Oh, pressure's coming. Gets rid of it. Finds his target. Taken down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield. It's Manning. Right side, it's Brown. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
The Hoosiers take their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. A give to Brown. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Arch Madness. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Finally, a defense looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. He's going to run it. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Running inside, it's Richard. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. He fires a bullet to the right. He's got it! Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Fresh set of downs going up top. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. 3rd down for the offense after recovering their own fumble. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the right. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the court.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Timeout taken by the Hoosiers. They cannot stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. Tough run here. It's Richard. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. Deep in the end zone, it's Lockett. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Defense wants to bring the heat. Arch is going to throw for it. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. The pick six. He takes it in. Touchdown, Indiana. Extra point here will tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end now in motion. Throwing Manning. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Longhorns come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking downfield, it's Manning. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. 2nd down, going to throw it. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. But wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards. Now put you in a great third down situation. Real heads-up play by the quarterback.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Hits inside. It's Richard. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. And the Hoosiers are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Making the adjustment. They'll run him again. Oh, he's got some space. The tag. Touchdown. Flying the friendly skies.
It's a nice decision by the quarterback there on the RPO. He's reading the keys on defense. They say hand the ball off. You want to do that. When you've got a guy this special in the backfield, David, get him as many touches as possible.
And a lot of times on those RPOs, the defense just has to hesitate for a second, and that little pause will open up those creases, and he takes full advantage of the defense just freezing for a second, makes the big, long touchdown run.
Coming out with it, it's Lockett. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Here's Manning to throw. Rolls right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Now here's Manning. Escapes the pressure to his right. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Manning to throw for it on fourth. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Quarterback changing the play. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. The Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. They give him the rock again on second and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And at first you don't succeed, you try again, right? Give it right back to him, man. They tried to be physical on first down. He didn't punch it in. I love that they came right back to him. Up front, a better job blocking, created just a little bit of a hole, and that's all he needed to run through.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lockett. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
To throw, Manning. Buying a little time to his left. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Back to throw, it's Manning. Look out! And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Here's Arch to throw. Out wide right, it's Coleman. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
2nd down to the air. He's got the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Touchdown, Longhorns! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So an 82-yard drive there. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. To the air, it's Hoover. Turns it upfield. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. From the gun, it's Richard. There he goes. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. Got his man. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Richard. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Changing the routes with his receivers. Motion from the wideout. It's Hoover. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up. And he's in! Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. They'll move the tight end. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
I think at this point of the game now in the 2nd half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Manning. Left side is Winston. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Listen, the defense gave up a couple of yards, but they're happy to give that up because they know the clock is still ticking. They're trying to bleed this thing. If you want to throw it over the middle of the field inbounds, they'll give that to you all day. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Flip it out to the back on the screen. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. 4th down, Manning. Escapes the pressure going right. Going to try to get it himself. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Defense showing blitz here. Hand off for Brown. Enough to move the chains. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Longhorns are flying down the field. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Madness. Fires to the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Manning. They're all over him. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on 3rd down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a 1st down.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He'll pull it down. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Arch is going to throw for it. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He's changing the play. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Back to pass, it's Hoover. A shot toward the end zone. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He makes a grab, and he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch. Game is essentially over right now. You wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but I won't be forgotten. I can tell you that because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score up, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
From deep, it's Wingo. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. A give to Brown. All over him immediately. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.